The 13-year-old boy on the right narrows his eyes and glares at his opponent on the other side of the net. He bends down, tugs the tongue of his dusty black sneaker, stands back up. He skillfully spins his racket in his palm and takes a long moment to rock back on his heels. His long, skinny legs dwarfed by humongous feet, those strange proportions so common in adolescent boys. Then he tosses the ball, and with a throaty, sends it speeding over the net where it bounces and sails right off the court before the kid on the left can even make contact. An excellent shot, yes, but the first boy isn't finished yet. He shakes his twig-colored curls away from his face, then pumps his fist twice and barks a low, yeah, as he strides to the baseline. He glares, spins, rocks, and then blasts another serve, and there it is, game, set, match. The first big win on this long tournament day. The boy trots to the net, his eyes still narrowed, his jaw still clenched, his expression still steely. But then he glances toward me, and a wide, dimpled, delicious little smile pops on his face. Alas, this cold, ruthless vanquisher is my son. My son David, the first grandson on both sides, whose many fine attributes have been claimed by relatives near and far. His curiosity, my mother-in-law snared that one, reminding us that her forebears were academics. His spirited singing, my mother nabbed that one. My husband swore that David's early mastery of math came from him, while I like to think that his sweet shyness in school replicated my own when I was growing up. But the way he resembles the shark in Finding Nemo, zeroing in for the kill at the first whiff of fresh blood, the moment he sets foot on a tennis court, my husband and I look at each other accusingly every time we watch David play. Surely that comes from your side of the family. With his first match over, David advances to the next round. His next rival, who sports a bandana around his forehead, appears tougher than the first one. But it's quickly apparent that this boy, too, is outmatched. Apoplectic over his elimination, the boy slams his racket down and kicks the fence. David coolly rehydrates. On to the semis. Coaches, teammates, opponents, even pros like Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer, seen from the cheap seats at Arthur Ashe Stadium or the family room sofa with the TV tuned to the tennis channel, all of these people have played a part in shaping David's on-court persona. External influences have combined in a mysterious cocktail with his own traits and temperaments to produce the player now climbing the tournament ladder. He knows that tennis is as much a mental game as a physical one. He's learned that assessing your rival's insecurities is as critical as mastering topspin. He knows the highest compliment he can pay an opponent is to battle as hard as he can. Years of chauffeuring him to lessons and tournaments have taught me these things as well. But still, will I ever watch him play without getting the strange feeling that I don't always know who he is? I fear not. The harsh truth is that we may have made David, but we never owned him. Who he is, who he will become, is entirely inside of him, emerging as we watch. With every passing moment, a daughter or a son becomes a little less recognizable. That's the way it is. Growing up is growing away. Now in the finals, David may have, in a manner of speaking, met his match. The boy across the court has a powerful serve and a wicked forehand. Balls start flying, points are scored, mistakes are made, and soon David is falling behind. Images from the past fill my head, times when he struck out in baseball or was teased on the playground or excluded from an event or party. I silently rehearse those typical mom comfort phrases. You came so far. There's always next time. But then David charges the net. He returns his opponent's ground strokes with a winning slice. Galvanized anew, he launches a timely lob, a fatal drop shot, and another. He pumps his fist and explodes with a tense, yeah! He chooses his shots like a surgeon, selecting his instruments. A graceful slice, a speeding ace, a couple of scorching winners. David's opponent flounders and then implodes like the Giants last January, sending volleys into the net and backhands out of bounds. David regains the lead and wins the gold. And as he runs to accept his medal, his eyes meet mine, and once again he grins. I smile back, relieved. Now there's the son I know.